today did not go according to plan for a few factors.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Did not go according to plan. There were many adjustments that had to be made, which are continuing to, like tomorrow I have to go back and continue to make those adjustments to hopefully get closer to the plan or to get back on course. So as much as today didn't go, according to plan, there's more adjustments that need to be had to get back on course. You get what I'm trying to say?
Oh, so it's like, right out the gate. I have to tell you what this reminds me of. So when I did a 10K in Disney, I was like feeling myself, and like I don't even think I got a quarter mile down the road. And I like, those like things in the road, the little like
Uh-huh.
reflector things that Disney has, like a parking thing. My foot got caught on one of those. And when I say I went flying, I went flying so bad that like, how when you fall, like when you're a little kid, you like tumble, roll, like that whole thing. Like I did all of that, busted my elbow. Like, I mean, I think my head hit the pavement a little bit as I was tumbling. I popped back up and I was like, people were like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And like the only thing I could think of is I didn't even get to 1 mile yet. like, like my knee felt a little bad, my elbow. I'm thinking to myself, I don't even have the capacity to think about what just happened because I got to course correct because I got a long way to go. Like, so when you say that about like, it's not only about today, right? Because it's one thing to be like, "Ooh, got through this," but it's like now you're looking ahead to all the ripple effect of that one
Yeah,
day.
and then it's also just on many levels because it's like as much as I wanted to get on course, I had to be in the moment and make the best decision for the moment as opposed to just trying to go down that lane to be mindful of that lane is really, really long this time, something I've not ever done before, and to be mindful of what the intent is. This is not my thing. This is in God's hands. I'm trusting everything happened for a reason. And I want to stay there. I don't want to. I know what it looks like when Tara tries to take control. I don't want to do that no more. However, that's what I'm battling. I'm battling old ways, familiar ways, even though they weren't good ways, they're familiar. And I'm trying to shed that and go for, and, shed that which I already know doesn't work for me, but is familiar, but does not work for something new that I believe in because I believe in what the word promises me. And to do that, but it's just like when Moses took the people from slavery into the promised land, that walk in the wilderness, they were missing the familiar, even though they were slaves. When you're in this new thing, you try to sugarcoat. I was listening to the pastor say this, sugarcoat your past, even though it's not that sugarcoating, but because you're in that wilderness, that unknowing, it's not familiar. So easily the mind wants to go back there, even though it wasn't good for you. And I want to absolutely shed that for better. And not just for myself. I want all people to be able to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. And when you talk about that, the familiar, what's showing up for you right now, that's
So
the
for me,
familiar.
the familiar is that victim mindset. That familiar is like, as soon as I let the air out the pump, like, why did you do that? You knew better. Here you go again, being stupid. And like, I just started beating myself up. But in the same time, God was speaking to me. So I was like, I knew that wasn't right thinking. I knew I had to just keep praying. And then if I describe what happened this morning, there's nothing to say other than God. And I was listening to that voice. Like when the air went out, I kept trying. It wasn't working. It's like, let me go for a walk. Let me pray. And then someone rolled by with bikes on the back of their truck. It's like I was at this for over an hour from like trying to tear back into the
trying to
tire.
solve the problem.
And it was such an amateur move. I bought the wrong pump. It's so stupid. Like I literally like, how do I not know what pump to buy? Like it's anywho.
Bruh. But you're describing like such a familiar moment.
And I gotta tell you, I mean, we were in the middle of nowhere. At this point, it's like 1:30 in the morning. There's like maybe 500 people in this town. I don't even think that many. And a lot of them are coming in to vacate. And this car drives by with 2 bikes on it. I start jumping around like a maniac. They don't see me. And literally a word dropped in my soul that said, run. Run and get the keys. Run and track them down. So I did that. And anyone who knows me, I'm a punk. I don't even know why I would track these people down in the dark, in this deserted area. But something in me said to. And I went to the first gas station thinking they were getting gas. They weren't there. Second gas station, no. And there was lights up ahead. I couldn't see anything but lights up ahead. I was like, let me go see if it's them. And they happened to pull over on the side of the road. And I creep up and I'm just like, might you have a pump? And they were like, yeah. So I ran. I said, can you wait here while I go get my bike? I didn't even have my bike when I jumped in the car to go chase these people down. And they were less than 2 miles away. They said, sure, we'll wait for you. I went and got my bike, went back. They pumped it up. And then they gave me an electric pump. Like, not only did they pump it up, they gave me a pump so I would have something to continue. And I was like, are you huggers? Mm-hmm. So, totally grateful for that moment. But just staying hopeful while I was beating myself up.
Yeah, I mean, it's that thing that the snags will come, and sometimes they come so early on to knock you, to shake that faith, to shake the faith that you have in yourself to do this. And it's that willingness to go beyond, right? What you just described was going beyond your comfort zone, going beyond your thinking, going beyond. I mean, you could have gotten to the first gas station. You know how many people say, oh, they're gone. Forget it. Get to the next, right? So think about the stick-to-itiveness that you had to demonstrate in that moment and the payoff.
And when I said it, I was like, God, you're so good. Like, not only did they pump my tire, they gave me a tool that I could use, when I need it again. It's like I don't even have the words to how much that was more than I could have asked for.
And what I see in all this, right, to your point, God, right, the greater message here, right, what I see in this is that no matter what, this is you're the expression, you're the vehicle here, but it's a collective. It's in the collective. It's in everybody doing their part to make this journey possible. And how everything goes back to the analogy of life, and you're right to that, right? You're right to raise your hand. So I see God. I always see God. I mean, you're in it.
The whole thing is knowing
so
that
I get the luxury.
Not just me. Like, yeah, I may be strong in my hometown doing but to know that we're stronger together. As stupid as I might have felt, I still was willing to one, be honest. I messed up. 2, look for an opportunity to get back on course. 3, knowing my purpose. And 4, elevating to another level. And that's hope. Those are my 4 letters. Honesty, opportunity, purpose, elevation. And that is what I'm hoping for all of us.
I mean, I think that hits all of our questions for the day, right? Like, start at, like, everything, right? Like, we wanted to know, what did you learn today?
Keep hope. And
right?
Just rely on self. Rely on the connectiveness that I know is here. There's no you without me. that Ubuntu mentality, you know.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, just connecting to that joy, what did you enjoy most today?
I enjoyed meeting those people. I enjoyed, like, that my girls witnessed that. Like, on the flip side, when I'm with these people pumping, Sky's calling me to make sure I was safe. Like, when they tell me I'm too much when I'm checking on them. And just my willingness to not give up.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I see is like, that's the lesson. Because that's a piece of you that I think you're getting reintroduced to.
And just trusting myself.
That you have that in you.
There are good people out there. I know there's good people out there. And as much as I wanted to be at this other marker, when the heat kicked in, when the wind was headwind, when the elevation was there, I had to say, I got to take a time. I have to time out right here. And I'll come back tomorrow. But I did my best today. And we'll figure out I'm going to do my best and let God do the rest is my mantra. So my mantra for the day and probably every day throughout this will be, I will do my best. Nothing more, nothing less. Just my best and let God do the rest.
I love that. And that'll be your message for all of us for today. Awesome. Well, we're gonna keep doing this every day. We're not sure what we're gonna do with this, but we're gonna have it, which is good. Yeah, I mean, we'll figure out what we end up doing with it. But is there anything else that you wanna share for today? A message for folks that are watching, listening, hearing your voice, for somebody who's set out on an amazing journey, right? You're going across the country by foot, by bike. You're going across the entire country. You have milestones and goals along the way, but you're in it now. You're there. Day one in the books. Do you have a message for anyone who may just be starting out on their own journey?
Inch by inch. Inch by inch. I have a little train on my bike pouch. The little engine that could. Like, just one step. And it'll eventually turn into 2 steps. Just step forward.
Awesome. Well, good. We'll check in with you mañana and every day after. This will be good. I look forward and we'll keep to the same format, right? Just trying to get from you what you accomplished for the day and your reflection on that day, whatever comes up for you, whatever that thing is that's coming up for you for that day.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes,
so
yes.
You get some rest.